In the modern time, you see a lot of people jumping jobs 2 3 years around that time frame and constantly jump. So what has pushed you and allowed you to grow in RBC long term? What was that process like, and was there like mentors along the way, or how was your process in growing in RBC?
Yeah, a great question. I've never actually, even in Pakistan, I was never a strong advocate of moving ships or jumping ships, as we call it. Your talent, your ability to influence conversations, the environment, the ecosystem that you build around you, I think it's important. Your impact, your influence, your footprint that you create is super important.
Yep.
You need to lean on to resources, as you rightly mentioned, mentors and
Yep.
people who are truly not necessarily advocating for you, but are the right people that you listen to them and internalize the constructive conversations that you have with them. And nobody is perfect. You just need to get better the following day, right?
Yep.
It's brilliant if you can get better the same day, but
Yeah.
I think you need some time to internalize that constructive, whether you want to call it criticism or your ability to do things differently so that there are no hit and misses next time. Being part of the business environment, people look up to you as a role model.
Right.
And I think my orientation, my grounding, my educational background, and my exposure in Pakistan has helped me immensely today being a resonating force in the banking the network and setup. Why? Because even though I mentor quite a few folks today, but it helps you in making an impact in those conversations because people scramble, right? Nobody
Yeah.
is there with a silver spoon and you go hit and miss. And our orientation in Pakistan was quite different as part of banking as compared to people orientation in North America because
Yep.
you tend to be super focused and directed towards one segment of the business. I think my holistic orientation in different organizations and different roles and capacities, working with different leaders, had definitely helped me to look at things in a much more broader perspective rather
Right.
than keeping the blinders off.
Yeah.
So I think, and even though today, if you are having a client conversation or a team communication or internal business meetings or external business meetings with certain influencers, I think they do recognize and they view both the capability and your ability to influence the impact, not necessarily for them, but for the business that they want to take it from level A to level B, right?
Got you. And when you first started, I think for some people it's intimidating when you're in a large organization and you don't want to be like just a person on the side. If you want to actually grow, like how did you do that specifically? Was it more, or how do you recommend other people to stand out more in larger
Yeah,
organizations?
banking is a very different business. And after a certain level, and I often come across this glass ceiling, right? So you need to, one, as I said earlier, you need to find advocates for yourself. And literally, where I am today is only because a couple of folks who have been highly instrumental in believing in me,
Yeah.
not for the purpose of making an impact, but actually witnessing that I've been able to create an impact and recognizing it. There are a
Yeah.
lot of people who actually create an impact, but it's a matter of who recognizes and to what extent. So you need to find the right advocates for you. And I think just remain relevant, continue to invest in your talent, in your skills, in your ability to go above and beyond because pre-COVID, during COVID, and post-COVID, there are three worlds,
Yeah.
which has been able to continue to not define but redefine the existing status quo, and it will continue to evolve significantly as we speak with induction of technology that we've been talking about for the past 5 7 years.